Did you know that one everyday habit, something you might still be doing without thinking, could be shrinking your brain after the age of 65? Neuroscientists around the world are warning brain aging isn't just about age, it's about daily choices. And the scariest part, some of the worst habits feel harmless, like staying up late, sitting too long, or treating yourself to a little dessert after lunch. In this video, we'll reveal the 5 hidden habits that are silently damaging your brain after 65, and what you can do, starting today, to protect your memory, your clarity, and your independence. Stick around, because habit number 5 is the most common and the most deceptive. Let's begin. Habit 1, sleeping too little or at irregular hours. Aging brains need good sleep even more than younger ones. But according to research from Harvard and Stanford, older adults who sleep fewer than 6 hours a night are up to 30% more likely to develop dementia. Why? Because while you sleep, your brain clears out waste, including toxic proteins like beta amyloid, which build up in Alzheimer's disease. Poor sleep, poor cleanup. And night after night, that adds up. Go to bed at the same time every night. Avoid screens for at least an hour before sleep. Create a calming routine. Maybe read a book, listen to soft music, or do 5 minutes of slow breathing. And if you're waking up multiple times a night, don't ignore it. Conditions like sleep apnea or bladder issues may be silently disturbing your rest. But even if you're sleeping well, there's something else that can harm your brain just as much. Being awake too often and being alone too much. Habit 2, social isolation. Even if you don't feel lonely, you don't have to feel lonely to be socially isolated. And that's what makes it dangerous. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that older adults who have limited social interaction, even just fewer conversations per week, have a 26% higher risk of cognitive decline. That's because our brains thrive on connection. Every conversation forces the brain to listen, respond, recall names, interpret emotions. It's like a full-body workout for your mind. When we stop interacting regularly, our neural pathways begin to weaken, especially those tied to memory and language. Call a friend, join a walking group, volunteer, or attend a local class or faith service. Even once or twice a week makes a difference. Not comfortable in large groups? One-on-one chats count. Even phone calls matter. And here's the truth, you don't have to feel lonely to be losing mental stimulation. Social contact is a nutrient, like sleep, like exercise. You need it regularly to stay sharp. But even if you're surrounded by people, if you're sitting all day, your brain could still be paying the price. Let's talk about the next silent brain killer. What happens when we stop moving? Habit 3, sitting too much. Even if you exercise, you might think, I go for walks, I'm active. But here's the truth. Long periods of sitting, watching TV, reading, or being at the computer can harm your brain even if you exercise daily. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who sat for more than 8 hours a day had significantly reduced thickness in the medial temporal lobe, the part of the brain responsible for memory. Why does this happen? When you sit too long, blood flow slows down, including to your brain. Over time, less oxygen, fewer nutrients, and lower stimulation means the brain gets less of what it needs to stay healthy. Set a simple timer. Every 30 to 45 minutes, stand. Up and move for 2 to 5 minutes. Stretch, walk around the house. Do a few light chores. The goal is not intense workouts, it's to break the sitting spell and get your brain re-engaged. Pro tip, stand or pace while talking on the phone. That habit alone can change everything. But moving your body isn't enough. Your brain also needs variety, new challenges, and here's where many older adults go wrong without realizing it. Let's talk about habit 4, doing the same mental routines every day. Habit 4, doing the same mental routines over and over. Routines bring comfort, but for the aging brain, repetition can quietly lead to regression. Neuroscientists from UCLA found that the brain needs novelty to form new connections. When we do the same puzzles, watch the same shows, or follow the same routines, our brain stops building. Think of it like a muscle. If you lift the same weight every day, eventually your muscles stop growing. The same is true for memory, problem solving, and focus. If you don't challenge your mind with new and varied stimuli, it starts to dull. Try learning something new every week. A word, a recipe, a phone app, or even a dance step. Alternate between different types of stimulation. Watch a documentary. Read a biography. Try learning a phrase in another language. Teach something to someone else. It's not about working harder. It's about breaking the mental autopilot. Even a few minutes a day of new thinking can light up parts of your brain that haven't been used in years. But even the sharpest mind can be clouded by something many people still consume daily, thinking it's harmless. Let's look at the fifth and most deceptive habit: too much sugar. Habit 5. Eating too much sugar, even in small amounts. Sugar affects more than just your waistline. It has a direct and damaging effect on your brain, especially after 65. High sugar intake causes chronic inflammation and insulin resistance in the brain, both of which are linked to slower cognitive processing, memory loss, and even Alzheimer's disease. A 2021 study from Columbia University found that older adults with high blood sugar levels, even without diabetes, had faster rates of brain shrinkage over time. And here's the trap: it's not just cakes and cookies. Sugar hides in fruit juices, yogurts, salad dressings, healthy granola bars, even in crackers and soups. Start reading labels and aim for no more than 25 grams of added sugar per day. Swap sugary snacks for nuts, berries, dark chocolate, 85% plus, or plain Greek yogurt with cinnamon. And if you crave something sweet after lunch or dinner, try brushing your teeth or drinking herbal tea. Cravings often pass in 10-15 minutes. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's reducing brain inflammation and giving your mind the clarity it deserves. Now that you know the habits that quietly harm your brain, what should you actually do every day to keep it young, sharp, and resilient? Let's wrap this up with a clear and empowering takeaway. If you're over 65, protecting your brain isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about making small, daily choices that keep your mind active, clear, and connected. Let's recap the 5 silent brain-damaging habits. Sleeping too little or at odd hours. Spending too much time alone, even if you don't feel lonely. Sitting for long stretches without movement. Doing the same mental routines every day. Consuming more sugar than your brain can handle. Each one might seem harmless on its own, but over time they build up and silently steal your sharpness, your memory, your independence. The good news? It's never too late to make a change. Start with just one new habit today. Take a short walk. Call someone. Read something new. Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Say no to that second cookie. Your brain is listening. And if you care for it, it will reward you with more clarity, better mood, and years of stronger living. Tell us in the comments, which of these 5 habits surprised you the most? And what's one thing you're going to change starting today? If this video helped you, like, share, and subscribe. It helps us reach more people over 60 who want to live with strength, clarity, and purpose. You're not alone in this journey. We're here every week with science-backed wisdom for a sharper, healthier life after 60.